Okay, today I'm gonna do a video on, is my watch too big for me? This one in particular. It's a 40mm sub, and I have my two other watches. 36mm Seiko titanium that I got as a graduation gift. And then I have this that I got from work, just a really simple Timex on tumbled leather strap. It's kind of cool. Just a really simple beater. And actually, just to touch on my last video on the condition, I'll show you a comparison what 904L steel looks like versus titanium. So this right here arguably is my favorite feature. That's the 904L steel versus something like titanium. You can see the beating it's taken. Versus the sub. Like butter. All right, so I found this equation back in 2011, or from a forum in 2011, and I think it's a pretty good way of telling whether your watch is too big or too little on you. So this is a 36mm. I'll show you what that looks like. I'll get some better angles after. Also a 36 and a 40. And let's see which is the perfect size based on this equation. So I'm going to put that there, put that here, and hopefully you can see this. So first I'm going to give it a scale. We're going to do 4.0 here and 5.0 here. This being too small. I know what you're thinking, but just work with me for a second. This being too big, and this being perfect. So what you do is you take your wrist size in inches and convert it to millimeters. So I have a 6.5 inch wrist, which equals to 165.1 millimeters. I divide that by the watch that I have, which is a 40mm sub, and that equals 4.13. So if we take that 4.13 and we put it right here, we have the sub. So it's within the range, but on the big side, which I think is quite true. Although it's my favorite watch, I think it's definitely a little too big on me. Now let's take the same calculation. 165.1 divided by 36 millimeters equals 4.59. So right around here. And I'm gonna call this the Datejust. Why? Because I think it should be my next watch, since it's basically perfect for my wrist. And now, if you want to do this, I'm just gonna use another wrist size here. So 7 inches is equal to 177.8 millimeters divided by a 40mm watch equals 4.45, which puts you right around here. 4.45 on a 7 inch wrist with a 40mm watch. Puts you right here. So if you have a 7-inch wrist, a 40mm sub is basically perfect on you. On me, it's a little bit too big. Now, another watch that I'm considering getting, besides the Datejust, on a Jubilee with a silver face and fluted bezel, is a 37mm AP. So I'm going to do this calculation again. 165.1 divided by 37 millimeters equals 4.46, which also puts me right around here. And I'm going to call that the AP. So I got the sub, an AP, and a Datejust. I haven't done too much research on the AP, but I hear that it's very finicky and costs a lot to service. I think the Datejust I've been lusting over some time, and I think that's the more sensible choice. So let me know if you agree with this calculation, and give it a try on yourself.